Chaplin's method of direction consists in carrying Charlie's performance over into the camera work, the shot breakdown, and the editing.
It's constantly imaginative. Sure, he didn't bother with traditional Hollywood film grammar. He wasn't a slave to it. He wasn't an outstanding technician, but someone who knew exactly what he was after. When he didn't know, he kept looking for a long time, and he only stopped looking when he found it. That's why sometimes he did 40, 50 takes. It was mind-boggling. But he always ended up knowing why he said, "That's it." He had found the shot.
Why are you so persistent?
Very simple, because I love you, Mary.
Why, you hardly know me.
I've always known you. From the moment we met, I knew there was a deep, wordless understanding between us. It was in your eyes, Mary. They are beautiful, like the loneliness of distant stars. I often wonder, who are you in the dark?
I don't quite understand.
I can't express it in words. Only a symphony could say. Music of the spheres.
Oh, my dear, I'm not as ethereal as all that.
You're everything. Saints in a snake and gazelle all in one. I can't forget you. Every look, tone, gesture is engraved in my mind. I must see you, Mary. Immediately. Now. Good. I'll be right over. How much is that, please?
You can't understand Chaplin's genius, Chaplin's fame, if you don't see that he was a completely exceptional actor and a thoroughly modern director.
Let's look at the famous final scene in which Verdoux is taken out of his cell and led away toward the guillotine. In a departure from standard production practice, Chaplin decided to film this complicated shot on the very first day of production.
I didn't know that fact, and it's fantastic. It shows his intelligence as an actor. By ridding himself of the final shot from the start, he gets it out of his mind. He doesn't need it now, so he can go through the rest of the film without knowing what's going to happen to him, which is extremely important. It's a real problem for an actor, not knowing how the story will develop. And here he's found a solution, which is charming. I'm sure it comes from an actor's inclination. I'm sure it's the actor's desire, the actor's instinct. By telling himself, if I can get Charlie's tragic end out of my head, I'll be safe. So he has his head cut off.
This shot is nothing if not a typical fade-out gag for Charlie the Tramp, as André Bazin wrote when the film opened.
Throughout his life, in Limelight, in A King in New York, he systematically revived gags from the earlier Tramp pictures, if only to remind us of a continuity. That is to say, the character is no longer Charlie, even as he remains Charlie. These are avatars. They're what are called avatars in the Hindu religion, and these are Charlie's avatars.
So we might call this one Charlie at the Guillotine?
Charlie at the Guillotine. They're guillotining Charlie. That's what Bazin was saying. Bazin wrote something charming. At the end, he goes off like Charlie the Tramp used to. That means he is Charlie. In other words, you didn't recognize him, but that was him.